Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Wednesday, February 3rd, 2010. Well, folks, here we sit. The market is floating just slightly to the downside. Really a mixed bag if you look at the indexes. You can see the Dow is down about 14 points today right now. NASDAQ is basically flat, and the S&P 500 is essentially flat as well. The market, again, very light volume today. It seems like what we got today was the ADP jobs number that came in slightly worse, slightly better than expected, but not enough to really curtail any selling or buying or start any buying in this market. So again, you have a little bit of a move up the last couple days, and from that move up, you're seeing a little bit what we call a pause day or consolidation day. So again, consolidation is really the term for today. The spider's down about 39 cents. The S&P down about 4 points. NASDAQ has just gone positive, and the Dow is down about 10 on the day. So again, a mixed bag on Wall Street, consolidation day. As you can see, if you scan back a couple days, the market did move up dramatically Monday and then Tuesday. And then from that point on, you're now seeing the market just kind of sideways to lower for the course of the day. The trend lines continue to work exceptionally well on the back of the in-the-money stocks calls based off of here. Look at this. The gap down, push up. Where do we go? Gap fill, which is also the key trend line here at the 110.35 level. This 110.35 level is called the Great Wall of China per the in-the-money stocks call name given to it. At that point, you can see the selling come back in. Where do we go? We go to the green trend line. At that point, you bounce up in an in spirit of bear flag pattern. Again, in spirit of bear flag right here. Big drop. Inside bars of that drop to the upside, that tells you it's going to roll over. Sure enough, it rolls over. Where does it go? To the next support line at the 109.50 level. 109.50 being a key support in this market. At that point, the market starts to go sideways to up with a big pop and then consolidation. Believe it or not, this is in spirit of bull flag right here. So you have an in spirit of bull flag coming back in. As you can see, the big green candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inside bars, now beginning to make its way back higher again. So you want to keep in mind that this chart pattern currently signals a possibility of a move to the upside. So watch that. We'll continue to monitor it. But the markets may trade back towards the highs of the day into the close today. That would not be shocking to me. Again, the ADP jobs number came in with a small loss in private payrolls this month, or last month actually, from the data from January. That again tells us that the economy continues to be on the mend, but it's not turning the corner yet. Now the unemployment number will be out on Friday. That's the big one. In my opinion, what you're starting to see now as the volume slowly dies off, and just draw your attention to the lower volume on my chart, take a look. See that volume just continue to decrease all day? What that's doing is telling you that you're seeing that decrease in volume because everyone's now turning their sights towards jobless claims tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, you're looking at the non-farm payrolls for the entire economy, essentially, and the unemployment report. Now, the unemployment report, I do think, will edge up above 10% again on Friday. I don't know what the non-farm payrolls are, but we will have to monitor them very closely. All right. Now, on a couple different stocks, let's take a look. Technology today is actually very strong. The Dow is slightly negative, the S&P is negative, but the NASDAQ is up about 70 cents on the day. So about 70-cent move on the NASDAQ, which is basically flat. But a lot of key stocks are moving today. For instance, Google. All right, Google's a nice play. I talked about this morning in the intraday stock chat as a buying opportunity, and the reason I brought this to the attention of my premium members in the intraday stock chat is because you had this key line from this pivot low at 527. This continues to hold. As long as you stay above this level, you can look for a move up. And I said that when this was trading at about 529 this morning, and now it's currently at 540. So 540, a nice move on Google there. If you want to see the intraday move, look at this. Right around here, folks, right in this early session, right in this range, I started to talk, and I said as long as it holds that 527 level down here, you can look for upside on Google. If it breaks that 527 level, you look for a fall down to about 500. Sure enough, it's held the 527 level. The market has moved up. Google has moved up off those lows. Sizably is now trading at 540, so an easy play on Google there. All I do by noting that is it doesn't take a genius. I just see this chart right here, say, okay, this pivot low, and look at this. We haven't broken it yet. You're right down here, and then look at the move that comes out on the daily chart. Apple Computer. Apple Computer was lower on the day on a gap down. Here's the intraday chart on Apple. But since then, again, technology has really taken the forefront of the move today and continued to move up. Now, the reason why the Dow and the S&P are slightly weaker is because the dollar is bouncing back today. So the dollar having a nice solid up day today, and that's putting pressure on commodities. And what you can see here is I'll put up the USO. Let's punch up the USO. As you can see, the USO even rolling over right now at just into the spot crude close at 230. We're a little bit before that at this point, but there's your rollover on the USO. The USO is essentially flat. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD down 31 cents, although it is making an in spirit of bull flag. But again, gold and oil closing very shortly commodity-wise. So again, you wouldn't look for any major moves off of that. But with the dollar strength, that's putting pressure on commodity stocks. You can take a look at U.S. Steel down $1 today. All right, AKS. AK Steel down 50 cents. You can look at a bunch of these. JRCC just up 14 cents coming in as well. A lot of these commodity stocks that I highlighted over the weekend and that everyone got, the alert over the weekend in the research center, hot charts and alerts, that again, all the stocks had huge gains. Not one was a loser on those that were called out. Over 20 stocks on the weekend and pre-weekend on last Friday's session. They all moved up, but now those are the same stocks that are stalling here and beginning to consolidate. Now, you need to see the consolidation because the consolidation ultimately will yield another move up. The other big move on the day, folks, comes from Toyota Motors. All right, symbol TM. Now, this is the key, guys. I called out an alert buy at $72 to $72.50 today, right down here. All right, this is the alert buy area. Why did I give this alert to my premium chat room? And I even posted it on the blog. Believe it or not, I even posted it on the blog with a target of $75. Why did I, at that point, call that as a long play to my premium members in the intraday stock chat and post it on the blog as a longer-term day trade for the rest of you? The reason is, if you go back on the chart here, take a look at this. All right, if you go back right here, folks, you can see a major support line going back to this pivot low on the May 14th, 2009. If you look at that May 14th level, look at what we pierced today. As we came into 72 to 72.50, this is what I said to people. I said, buy this. It's going to bounce. Sure enough, the alert, you can go on the blog to, I think, right around 12. Somewhere right around that 11 to 12 o'clock time frame today, 12 p.m. time frame. And you can see the alert that was posted. It's time-stamped, and it gave out that call. Sure enough, I gave it to the chat room even before that, and look at the bounce that has happened on Toyota Motors. It's actually been basically a $2 to $3 gain on TM, Toyota Motors, just intraday for anyone who bought it on my alert. And I know there were a ton of people out there that profited off that call. So again, just giving you guys a little sense of the calls that are going on here in the intraday stock chat that we do. Again, they're huge calls. These are all intraday mostly. But obviously in the research center at nighttime, we talk about the longer-term swing trades and investor moves that you can be made to profit. And again, if you go on the hot charts and alerts, we've had an unbelievable streak. 2010 has actually been a huge year so far for us. Probably made, I would guess a ton. I mean, it's hard to estimate exactly what the traders have made and the research center guys have made, but it's been a huge amount of money. Probably tops compared to last year easily in this period. So join now. You want to get on top of that research center right now. Join for $49.99. Just alone this Toyota Motors play. If you had 100 shares, you would have paid for about 6 months of the research center just on that one trade today. All right, folks. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Take care.